What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Rock Bottom Customs. If you like this content right now, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. This is the final episode of the Skar audio system in the Chevy pickup. We're going to be getting the subwoofer enclosures built. We're going to be getting all that going and getting it wrapped up today. So enough of the chitter chatter. Let's get to it. All right, I was able to get the Audi. So my car's back in here for the moment. I think I may get it outside. We're gonna get back to work on this truck system here. Gonna get the box built, hopefully done. Hopefully get this truck wrapped up today. We'll see how it goes. We got some MDF here. We're gonna build some boxes for the subs. We got another project going on. We're building us a little lean-to on the side of the shop. Hopefully one day get that closed in as well. Try to get us a little addition on this thing. We're just always running out of space, so trying to help out with that situation a little bit too. So we've got a lot going on today, but I'm going to try to concentrate on this box build. So let me get some stuff shuffled around in here. I did get, let's see, I got a little schematic drawn up of what I want to build here. I usually always do this, start with some numbers on paper, transfer it to the wood. I think what I'm going to do with this particular build, I think I'm going to make a cardboard template of this because it's a super tight spot where I'm trying to get that box to fit in there, and I want to be sure that I'm maximizing all the space I can get out of it. So I think I'm going to do a little cardboard template of my dimensions here. See how that's going to work out under the seat of this truck. Let's get to it. All right, so I made us a little pattern thing here. Supposed to sit somewhere like, I don't know, here. Something like this, okay? This is what would be where the speaker would go. I had this cut out just so that I could make sure that there's enough room between here for the basket and all to squeeze in there. It looks like there's going to be barely enough room. We're going to have this little piece here. The front face of this is going to come out separately basically and kind of tuck up under the seat. We'll probably make a little filler piece to go in here before we carpet it. It'll all get prettied up. But basically it looks like I got something here that's going to work. Tested it on both sides. Looks like it's going to work on both sides, just barely. Just trying to get every square inch we can out of this thing. So now we just transfer that to some wood and try to build a box with it. One box, two box. I'm always using these same screws. Trim head screw, it's a little bit smaller, doesn't bust out that MDF so bad. So we're gonna get these things glued up and screwed up. Moment of truth. This goes, oh yeah. Something like this. I think it's designed to fit something like that. Could actually tuck her in just a little tighter there. Shoot. That's some fitment right there. Just barely fits. Get some carpet on there. Might take up some of that. It's got that hump that everything wants to rest on. That's why I was wanting to bring this down just a little bit. Get some carpet on that, pat it in. I'll probably just router that back edge off. I don't know if I'll fill this spot or not. I may not. By the time I router that back edge off of there, might be pretty nice, yeah. Well, heck yeah, one worked. Time for one more. All right, got them both pretty much built. They're looking good. I did go ahead and put, show you right here, some little filler strips in these corners right here, just to help my carpet kind of roll into those edges a little bit better. Basically it's just cosmetic, just to get this top edge right here, the seat kind of swoops up into that, kind of helping that transition a little bit, and also getting my carpet to roll in that edge a little bit better. So I did that on both of them. I'm gonna do some caulk inside of it still. And yeah, then I think they're ready for carpet. I may hit this edge, yeah. Probably hit that edge with a little bit of a rasp before we run the carpet on there. I did round over all these edges. I got to try out my Dremel. Neat little thing here, it's a router attachment for a Dremel tool. Easy little, well, inexpensive I guess compared to having a whole nother tool in there. Just buying this little, I can't remember how much that little setup was. It wasn't much though. I do like it though, just enough to round these edges off. I just like to round over the edges so that when I wrap, the carpet's not got a sharp edge trying to tear the carpet on the corners and stuff like that. Got them caulked in, got them sanded down. Oh yeah, and these little holes here, I got some of those little push connect spring loaded terminals I'm going to put in there. I usually use the bolts, bolt heads for like lugs on them. But I'm going a little different route with these. I got these little guys with the push connects on them. I don't know, just felt like going that route with this system. Makes it easier to get in and out. And I think they're ready for wrapping. We got the carpet sitting up here. Graphite gray, supposed to be a good match to that truck. I kind of held it up in there. I mean, it's close, but you know, it don't look bad in there. Whenever it's old carpet, one of them's faded and one of them's brand new, you know, they're never going to be exactly the same anyway, but I think it's going to be a pretty close match. It should look pretty good in there. I think I'm going to clean up a bunch of this mess because it's just getting carried away out here, and I can't work in these conditions. Also, we did get a little bit done on this today, so that was nice. Well, I got mostly cleaned up over here. I can have a good little workstation there, but I'll tell you what, I couldn't resist just checking out these boxes. I just did a little dry fit in the truck here. Kind of see how they look. I think I got better light on the other side, let me see. So they put this little bump right here from the factory. This gets us back down where we don't have a big gap under the box. Also had to make enough room for a 10 to actually fit in this truck. So as you can see, we have utilized every square we could. It looks like you can go up a little bit more on the box right here, but when it gets up in here, the seat drops again. So it does have like a little space right here, but like I said, if you look over here, you couldn't got it any taller. It's hitting the, heck, let's flop her up. There you go. So you can see how the seat dips down right there. And it hits right on the box. It locks in though, so that's good. You can get to your little loopty-loopty. And then we are gonna build like a little false wall right through here that kind of connects both these boxes together. I'm gonna carpet it to match, and then it'll kind of hide the amps right there so people's feet and stuff ain't kicking up on them. There we have it. Like I said, I got all cleaned up over here, but I don't know, I'm about beat. I'll get some dinner and see how I feel about it. May just wait till morning and cover those things. Cutting out a little noise there. So the way I'm wrapping this box is a little bit different than what I would normally do. Normally you'd probably wrap around this way, do your seams on the sides of the box, but because the way this box sits in the truck, this side right here is going to be about the most visible thing on the box. So I really don't want a seam right there when you open the door. That's what you're going to see. So I'm going to do my seams on the top and bottom instead, which is going to, well, obviously the bottom is going to be covered up. You won't see it. The top of it, as long as the seat's laid down, you won't see it. So if you flip the seat up, is what you'll have to do in order to actually see any seams on the carpet. If this were speaker box material, that black and gray speckly looking stuff, it'd be a little different because it hides seams real well. This stuff does not hide seams well. If you've ever messed with automotive carpeting, it almost reminds me of suede, the way that it'll make little colors depending on the direction of the material. So if you have a seam on it, the two different angles of the material is going to show up every time. And you can blend this, the actual seam can blend, but just because the carpet is oriented a different direction, you're going to see a different shade in the way that the, whatever. It's just going to look like two different colors is what I'm saying. So I'm going to hide all my seams top and bottom. Hopefully that works out good for me. And let's see how it works out. Make sure we're good and square on this thing. I feel like it could go a little that way. See what I'm saying there with the, even if your seams work out pretty good, the colors on that still makes the seam show. But this is what's going to be visible, mostly side, front, no seams. That's what I was going for. Boom. One down, one to go. Now if you're wondering why this is angled like that, I didn't actually want it angled, but the way these baskets are made, hold on, let me show you. You see these little notches here, these little four, like this X pattern on the back, doesn't fit within the box. This is big as I could make it, and with these being the shallow mounts, it's like they're extra wide on the basket right here. They don't taper much, so the only way that it fits is whenever the top and bottom is oriented to where these hit corners and not straight up and down, which puts your emblem on a 45, but whatever, it is what it is. I ain't too worried about that. All right, there they sit. Looking good, looking real good. I'm digging it. I think before I get these put in the truck, I'm gonna go ahead and tune the amp because it's just gonna be easier to get in there and fool with it without these boxes in the way. So let me get some, let me get my multimeter set up and we'll get this amp tuned in. I'm gonna try to run them, I'm thinking around 900 watts. These are what, 500? What do they say here? RMS 500, so we'll probably go in with about 850 at 1 ohm and see what that does for us. Okay, got a fuse in her. See if she'll turn on now. All right, let's see. I got everything tuned in, and sorry I didn't get to record that, but I was trying to use my phone for 2 things at the same time and wasn't able to record it. So I'm gonna get the boxes set in here now. I'll get them hooked up and see about getting them anchored to this floor somehow. Getting on the downhill of this thing. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna build a little piece that's gonna do something cute right here, mount to these boxes, but I want to get them mounted to the floor first. So got these mounted in there good, they ain't going nowhere. Got a little cardboard template I made here and transferred that to a piece of wood, MDF here. This is us. So this is actually the back side of it. I just painted the back side black so that you don't see it when it's in there. And then I'm going to carpet this piece and fit it in there. Get it to where you can mount it in with a couple of screws, take it on and off. It's going to allow these amps to breathe just a little bit there. And also cover them up enough to where people's feet ain't getting on them connections and stuff. So we get some carpet. I'm gonna use the same carpet I used on the boxes. I'm gonna get some carpet on this thing, get it mounted in there, and I think we're about done with this thing, other than maybe tweaking them knobs a little bit right there. Oh man, I think we got this thing wrapped up. I'll show y'all what it turned out like. May try to give it a quick little listen. There you are. Seat laying up. Underneath that factory seat. I've done that little panel, kind of tie it together, left some breathing room here for the amps. Also, I like the little blue glow that hangs out from under there. You can't see it right now, but when it's dark, you'll have a little bit of that blue glow hanging out of them holes, which would be pretty cool too. Mounted, bracketed, I'll flip them up. Yeah. So I got the amps tucked away where nobody's gonna beat them up, hopefully. That little panel removes with 4 screws right there. Walk around the other side with it. You can see why with this carpet that I did not want seams on the sides. I kept my seams on the top and bottom because, like I said, the colored shift as the patterns go in a different direction shows up pretty severe. Drop her back down. It's locked. And there you have it. Let's see if we can give it a little test bump. A little test tickle for it. I'm gonna try and play a couple different things without letting them run too long. I don't know what this is. Let's see. It's just some old school rock and roll. It sounds good. It bumps a little bit. I mean, for 210s back here. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned because we got a lot more fun stuff coming up. And as always, please like and subscribe.